and used vehicles rather saw a drop along with accessories and workshop income. Meanwhile, consumers are paying fewer hide-and-seek games with the creditors. That's as a 12.1% decrease has been reported in the total number of civil summons issued for debt. They have been reported in the first quarter of this year by Stats SA business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo has the details.
South Africans are seemingly getting a better grip on their debts, with summons and judgments on a steady decline, according to Statistics South Africa. But this does not paint the full picture.
Although those numbers were dropping, in terms of the value, the rent value of the judgments increased by about 4.3%, comparing the first quarter of 2004 and the first quarter of 2023.
In March, 11,015 civil judgments for debts were recorded for unpaid services and credits.
The value of those judgments was about 273 million.
This follows more than 10,900 civil judgments for debts amounting to 300 million rand in February and about 9,320 judgments amounting to 269 million rand in January. Tough economic times, partly caused by the high cost of living and high borrowing costs, are some of the reasons individuals are struggling financially. Makwaba says the judgments are for unpaid municipal services debts such as water and lights, as well as doctors' fees, while money lent covers debts including credit from banks and loan sharks. According to EasyPay everywhere, older consumers who are grant recipients are the most vulnerable to loan sharks.
There are a number of informal lenders who lend to them, which then creates this cycle of debt and burden.
Phakathi adds that being able to understand the terms of payments for services and financial products makes all the difference.
Being able to access financial services in a language of choice, or understanding what the options I have as a client is actually one of the first challenges they have.
He says this raises the importance of families having more conversations about money and in particular debts.
They live with younger, either the kids or extended families. So we've got to be able to educate the family so that they can support Ugogo, to know what, Gogo, here are your options. This is our reality as a family, so that we can actually start to access the right financial solutions.
Wafunda, a for-profit social impact enterprise focused on financial education and entrepreneurship, adds that young people are also feeling the financial pressure. This leads to many young people being saddled with a lot of debt before they've kicked off their careers.
There's lots going on social media. There might be some pressure from home or so from friends as well. So the first thing is to not put yourself in financial pressure, because that always leads to a lot of financial mistakes.
The basics of budgeting remains the key to financial freedom, according to Rapane.
I know it sounds super boring, but it's the only way that you can track your income and expenses, and the only way that you can identify places where you can cut back, you can allocate more funds towards some of your debt, or even more funds towards some of your savings.
For Newzroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.
And in further developments,